Okay, this podcast is where the fun starts. Look at this. We've got our calculator here, and I want to show you how to set it up properly, okay? So remember a couple things. This is where you enter the equation. This is that Zoom standard stuff. This is where you would actually punch the button and see what your graph looks like. You should have seen that all in grade 10, but I want to show you just in case. I have my calculator set up right here. It's my functioning calculator. I want to show you how to set this up to make sure that everything is cool. All right, so first things first, let's go into mode. Make sure that guy, if you had it reset at the exam, it probably is in radian mode right now, and that's not where we want to be. We want to be in degree mode. Okay, so mouse over to degree. All you got to do is hit enter. That changes it to degree. You're good. Then hit second and quit, and that quits and brings you back to the main screen. That's perfect. The second thing you want to do is you want to go to this button here where it says zoom, and you always want to standardize your graph. That's this guy right here, zoom 6. You always want to standardize it, and the reason why you want to standardize this is because that's going to give you the nicest looking graph. It does have its limitations though, that you got to understand. But one of the things that you got to see here is that you're going to have a 10 here, you're going to have a 10 here, you're going to have a 10 here, and you're going to have a 10 here. That's really, really important. That's 10, 10, 10 in every direction. So if you actually go to your window here and punch it right here, you will see that it says, and let me get this stuff out of here so that you can actually see it, right? This shows you that you have an X min of minus 10. That means you're minus 10 over here. You have an X max, which is positive 10. That means you're 10 over here. You have a Y min, which is a negative 10, which is over here, and a Y max, which is 10, which is up here, giving you that nice little square little window that you see on your calculator. It's all set up for you, everything really pretty. Now, the scale stuff, we'll play around with a little bit in podcasts, but not very much. Don't worry about that. This is the resolution. We don't really worry about that. And this we won't worry about. This we won't worry about. Most of this is set up automatically. Just go with what the calculator gives you, and everything is fine. Now, the other thing here that we have to do, and let me erase this all first so it looks nice and clean again. The other thing that you might have to do looks something like this. You got to go into second, and the weird thing is you got to go into second and format. And what you'll notice is way down on the bottom here, and I'll mouse to it, way down on the bottom here, it says detect asymptotes. That's just going to slow your calculator down to a crawl. So probably the best thing to do is just to take that, move it to the off position, and you're good to go. So your calculator, again, second quit brings you back to the main screen. Your calculator is now good to go, and you can start doing a whole bunch of things with it, like putting in our first wonderful quadratic. You're going to hit the X value here. You're going to hit the square value here. Boom. And there's X squared. And simply enough, hit graph and check it out. There's our beautiful parabola that we drew on the last podcast and the podcast before that, which is really kind of neat. And even if you wanted to see a table of values for this, you can actually go second and table, and that'll bring up a table of values. And here's a table that we had. We had from -3 or -4, something like that, okay, all the way up to +4, right? And you can see the values. There's 9, so -3 is 9, -2 is 4, -1 is 1, 0 is 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 9, and so on. And it gives you all of the values there in a beautiful table of values, and you can see that's how we get this beautiful graph. So now that we've got this all set up, in the next podcast, we're going to put it to use.